So the question of the day is, if you upgrade the pickups in an Epiphone standard casino, does it make it on par with an Epiphone Elitist casino? Hey guys, I'm Jack Fossett. Welcome to the Shootout. Just a little introduction before we get started. Many of you may have seen my original comparison between the Epiphone Elitist casino and the Epiphone standard casino. And the general consensus of that shootout was that the Elitist was a bit better, but that the standard really held its own. And what a lot of people were saying, and to which I personally agree with, is that, yeah, the Elitist is probably a bit better, but it's not necessarily better enough to warrant paying that much extra money. Think of like a Klon Centaur versus an Electro-Harmonix Soul Food. Yeah, the Klon probably sounds a little better, but does it sound $1,850 better? Probably not. That was kind of the thought with the casinos, was that, boy, the standard really sounds good when you play it next to the Elitist. So the question is, because a lot of people like to tinker, if you upgrade the pickups, can it kind of give it that extra push? If you're talking about buying things used, you know, you can probably get a used casino, used standard casino, for probably between $400 and $600, depending on the condition it's in, and you know, you never know, and depending on what kind of vitamins the Guitar Center employee who took it in was taking at the time. So for this shootout, my standard casino has been upgraded with a set of hand-wound Righteous Sound pickups, King Street Dogear P90s. Now, they're hand-wound pickups, they're fabulous pickups, but they're not the crazy top shelf price tag that you'd expect. They're still pretty reasonable. The wiring in both the guitars is identical, so the wiring is not coloring it. It's really just looking at the pickups. Now, there is one thing that the pickups do not account for, and that is the quality and craftsmanship. You know, the Elitist is essentially like Epiphone's custom shop, so yeah, it's probably going to be a better put together guitar with better hardware, nicer piece of wood, and that's something that you can't really account for. You know, the tone may be very similar. If you really want that showpiece, then you're probably still going to want to go with a casino. So for guys with the player mentality, you should stop it and treat women with respect. If you're a player looking for a casino, it really makes sense to get the standard, and then if you want a little bit of a better tone, to upgrade the pickups. The thing is, you can get the standard, particularly again if you get it used, with the pickup upgrade for a lot less expensive than even a used Elitist. And certainly the standard is not like, dumpy wood or anything. It's still a great guitar. Again, it's just not that sort of, higher craftsmanship like you would expect from a custom shop piece. So we're about to go through a pickup by pickup comparison. Neck, middle, bridge. We're going to do it clean and overdriven. I am using effects, and I want to talk about that because that really upset a lot of people. Here's the thing. First of all, I'm only using the effects that you would find on most amplifiers. I'm using a Carl Martin headroom, which is real spring reverb, so basically imagine like my amp has a spring reverb tank. And then I'm going to be using a DCW Tradition Overdrive for the overdriven tones. The Tradition Overdrive is kind of like a modified tube screamer. It sounds great. It's a great representation of the guitar with an overdriven sound, whether that were from your amp or from a pedal. For those of you who are interested in the Epiphone Casino, I hope that this is helpful, especially if you have a standard Casino and you're kind of wondering, do I buy the Elitist? Do I upgrade this one? Do I do both? There's no harm in doing both. I did both, and I'm very happy about it. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.